Shalom. I'd like to say all praises due unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the elect. My name's Conrock from GMS Toronto, and I'm gonna be doing this lesson. It's gonna be in regards to the Israelites that are scattered in Iran and the controversy of Zion. I have a couple of scriptures that I have written down, and I have this video I'm going to play off of BBC News. Iran war, hearing from the Afro-Iranian community. It says the conversation and focus on Africa, right? So I'm going to play this. This is for educational purposes. I'm not getting paid. This is just strictly for educational purposes. So let's play this.
But beyond the geopolitics, there are people, families, and communities affected. And among them are Africans living in the region and the Afro-Iranian community, people with deep roots in Iran, but also deep ties to Africa. So today we're going to hear from them. Joining me down the line from Cape Town, South Africa, is Priscilla Konku Hoveyda, an Afro-Iranian born to a Congolese father and an Iranian mother. Priscilla spent her childhood between Tehran and Isfahan during the Iran-Iraqi War. She founded the Collective for Black Iranians, a platform that seeks to amplify the voices of Black and Afro-Iranians. Priscilla, it's great to have you on the conversation. While Priscilla is a part of the Afro-Iranian community, these are her own views and this is her own story, and does not reflect the views of the wider community. Let's start at the very beginning. How are you doing?
I'm doing just like the rest of my people is doing. I go with very little sleep, very little food, a lot of anxiety, a lot of fear, a bag of mixed emotion, a lot of uncertainty.
Yeah, this is the curses that befall us, according to Deuteronomy 28. I think it's let's get it. Deuteronomy 28. Deuteronomy 28. Says vexation. Yeah. Deuteronomy 28 and 20. This would be the curse that befall us if we disobey the Heavenly Father. Right? And that's what we are under as Hebrew Israelites. The Lord shall send upon thee curses, vexation, and rebuke in all that thou seest thy hand unto, and all that thou settest thy hand out unto for to do, until thou be destroyed, until thou perish quickly, because of the wickedness of thy doings, whereby thou hast forsaken me. And that's what happened. Our people, they're worshiping these different gods, right? And they don't want to return back to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. They don't want to return back to their nationality as Hebrew Israelites. And that's why we are under these curses. But the Lord is going to lift these curses under our people. So let's play this quick.
A lot of fear, a bag of mixed emotion, a lot of uncertainty, and I'm just living a life in limbo like the rest of the Iranian diaspora.
Now, Priscilla, what has been the last week been like for you? We have seen the news. We are seeing smoke, fire, buildings taken down, strikes, counter strikes, drone attacks. The list is endless.
I mean, it's terrifying. The images of destruction, of streets you knew, of buildings that look familiar is absolutely disheartening and also extremely terrorizing to see that the country is being destroyed at such force and such pace.
Yeah, so this whole thing is going to lead to a major war, right? And everything what's happening is according to Bible prophecy. So I'm going to share this link in the description. You can watch this for yourself. So let's get a couple of scriptures. Let's get the book of Joel. I start at Isaiah 34 and 8. All right, this would be the curses. This says God, Yahweh's wrath, or God's wrath against a nation. All right, so I'm going to get you this. You could read the whole chapter, but let's get Isaiah 34 and 8. For it is the day of the Lord's vengeance, and the year of recompense for the controversy of Zion. Right? That's why these nations, these UN, right, like United Nations, they know exactly who we are, right? And they don't want to acknowledge us as Hebrew Israelites. And these people the people that's in our land now, they're counterfeits, man. Like they're not even the real inhabitants. Even though there are some of our people that are scattered in Iran, right? So the controversy, right? So in the Hebrew, the word controversy, Isaiah 34:8, controversy, rawad, strife, controversy, dispute, strife, dispute, controversy, at case at law, right? And that's why Yahweh Bashim Yahshai, that's why the Heavenly Father is gonna get busy, and Yahweh, his son Yahweh Shai, right? Isaiah 63. Who is this that come from Edom? Isaiah 34, right? Isaiah 34:1. Come near, ye nation, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world, and all things that came forth of it. For the indignation, right? Indignation means righteous anger. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He have already destroyed them. He have delivered them to fire. So that's when Yahweh Shai is going to come on his fathership with the angels, Michael, Uriel, Raphael, Gabriel, right? And they're going to destroy whole band of angel, right? You could keep reading for yourself. Let's get Jeremiah 49. Sorry, Isaiah 11. Sorry, I have to get Isaiah 11 because I got to get this. Isaiah 11 and 10. Sorry, Isaiah 11, and I started at 10. Isaiah 11 verse 10. And in that day there shall be a root of Jesse, which shall stand for ensign of the people. To it shall the Gentiles seek, and he shall rest, and his rest shall be glorious. So this one Yahweh Bashim Ashai is going to come, and he's going to gather his elect. Right? He's going to gather the 1/3 and the 144,000. Right? So there's going to be a lot of people that's going to be saved, that's going to be abducted in the chariot. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria and from Egypt, right? So that's, Assyria, right, is basically Iraq, right? And Egypt, we're in spiritual Egypt and Assyria as well, right? But, there are people that's in Iraq, Egypt as well. And from America, because America is spiritual Egypt and Pathros. Let's look at the biblical definition for word Pathros. Pathros, part of Egypt. Yeah. And then it says, and from Cush, right? You have Israelites that are in over there in Ethiopia. Because a lot of our people they migrated to Ethiopia as refugees. A lot of those Rastafarian people and from Jamaica, a lot of them went and they got land because they were following a false god, a man, which was just a man, right? And they worship this guy like he's God. So the Lord's gonna have mercy on some of his like the Lord's gonna have mercy on his elect, right? And it's gonna be a great deliverance. And from Elam, right? Elam is big, it's vast. You have the Sri Lankans, they're Elamites. You have the Pakistanis, they're Elam. You have the Iranians or the Persian, they're Elam. There's there's a big family of the Elamites, right? But the worst is you damn East Indians, man. You damn Indians, right? Treating our people bad. They're known as the untouchables or the Siddi people, right? And our people like catch hell, from you damn Elamites, man. And from Shinar, and now Shinar are from Iraq, so you have Israelites in Iraq, a big diaspora, and from Hamath and from all the islands of the sea, right? So there's gonna be a great deliverance, right? And when you read, I probably will do like a part two, or but when you read about King Cyrus, let's do okay, King Cyrus and the Jews, right? So in the day King James, in the King James version, King Cyrus of Persia is portrayed as a divine appointed ruler who liberated the Jews from the 70 years of Babylonian captivity, right? So I could say with one thing that he liberated our people, from the Babylonian captivity, and make us return back, to Jerusalem to build our temple. When you read Ezra, Esther, right, it goes into that. You could do your own study, but let's get in Jeremiah. Jeremiah 49. Jeremiah 49 verse 35. I started at this Jeremiah 49 verse 34. The word of the Lord that came to Jeremiah the prophet against Elam in the beginning of the reign of Zedekiah, king of Judah, saying, Thus saith the Lord of hosts, Behold, I will bring the bow of Elam, the chief of their mighty, and upon Elam will I bring the four winds from the four quarters of heaven, and scatter them toward the winds, and there shall be no nation whether the outcasts of Elam shall come, right? And like that's what happened basically during the time of the where Alexander the Great came to power and defeated you Persians, and then and that's how the whole Greco-Roman Empire came back to power. But when you go now into this modern time, you have Elam that's over here in America that's living good here in Canada, right? The government is setting them up good, man. They're setting them up good, and they feel like they're untouchable. For I will cause Elam to this. For I will cause Elam to be dismayed before their enemies, and before them that seek their before them that seek their life, and I will bring evil upon them, and even my fierce anger, saith the Lord, and I will send the sword after them till I have consumed them. And that's what's going to happen. They're going to be totally destroyed through this third world war. That's why Pakistan and India, the government, and they have military. They have the ICBM missiles, and they're going to be fighting against each other. All right, so so this is amazing, man. And I will set my throne in Elam, and I will destroy from thence the kings and the princes of the Lord. But it shall come to pass in the latter days that I will bring again the captivity of Elam, saith the Lord. Right. So the Elamites, right, are you are the Israelites that are scattered in India, known as the Sheedi people, right? The so-called Afro Iranians, right? They are Israelites that are scattered in Elam, in the land of Elam. So with that, let us say our praises due unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakod. Yep. All praise due to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahshai, Bahashem Rakakwadash, right? And all praises due unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles of great millstone, peace and blessing to the elect. Shalom.